Welcome to Lay Space. Today we want to develop a little web application for a LLM chatbot with Gradio and OpenAI. Let's start. We will create our web LLM chatbot with a Gradio library for Python. Gradio has been especially designed to create such a web application, so it provides an easy way to do that. From within our Gradio application, we will call the OpenAI API to chat with ChatGPT. But first you have to install Python. Go to python.org and download the latest version of Python and install it. After you installed Python, you can check in your terminal if Python is available. Just type Python and press the tab button 2 times, and you can see Python has been installed correctly. We will use Visual Studio Code to develop our application. Go to code.visualstudio.com/download and download Visual Studio Code. After you installed it, we want to make sure that you can start Visual Studio Code from your terminal. To do that, within Visual Studio Code, you should open the command palette with Command-Shift-P and type shell command. You will see the option shell command install code, command in path, and click it. I will show it to you. I start Visual Studio Code, press Command-Shift-P, type shell command, and I can press install code, command and path. Next, we will prepare our development environment. We will create a virtual environment directory for our project. To do that, we will use Python in the correct version and use the virtual environment module to create a development directory. We will call it Gradio OpenAI Chat. Python now creates the virtual environment directory. After that, we can enter the directory, and then we must activate the virtual environment by typing source bin/activate. After you activated the virtual environment, all libraries that you install with Python will be installed within the virtual environment and not to your system. You can see that the virtual environment is active. On the left side of the prompt, you see the name of the virtual environment. Next, we should obtain an OpenAI API key. You must create an account with OpenAI. After you created your OpenAI account, go to Login. Now press on the API section. On the left side, you will see a log. It says API keys. Go there, and you can see that you can create new API keys here. Press the Create New Secret Key button. We will make it restricted, and we only want to use it with a completions capability. We will name our key Gradio OpenAI Chat Key. Press on Create Secret Key. Please remind that you can copy the key only one time, and after you close this little pop-up, you cannot access the key again. So I copy it, and we will put the key into the environment by exporting the environment variable OpenAI API key, and you will enter the key. This key will be revoked after I finish this video. So now we have our key in the environment and we can access it from our Python application. Now we should have everything ready to start to code the application. Within the development directory, start Visual Studio Code. We will have a look at the Gradio web page, and down here on the main side we can see a little demo how to program a simple Gradio application. Okay, so first we will make a new Python file and we will call it demo.py. We have to install the libraries for Gradio. To do that, we will start the terminal. And in the terminal, you can see that the virtual environment is being used here too. Now with pip, we can install Gradio. This will take a little moment. And after it has been installed, we can import it in our application. First, we will create the little demo application and then we will extend it to use OpenAI. Okay, now Gradio is installed and we will import Gradio as GR in our application. Now we will make a function that will be called when we enter a message in the application. We will just use a little bit different name. We will call it response, and we will pass a message variable, and we can just use return hello message suggestion from Copilot that I use here for this demo. Next, we will define the demo variable and create an object of Gradio interface. Our response function should be called when somebody press on the submit button, and for inputs we will have a text field, and for outputs we will also have a text field. Perfect. Now we can use a Python way to start the application. If name is main demo.launch. Okay, now our demo application should be ready, and we can start it by typing Gradio demo.py. We start the application from our terminal here. After we saved the file, we can start our web application by typing Gradio demo.py. The Gradio command will start a server, and this server will check for changes in the demo.py file and will automatically update the application when changes occur. Okay, now the server is running and we can copy the URL and open it in our web browser, and now we have this very simple interface. It has an input text box for a message and an output text box, a clear button, a submit or send button, and then it has this flag button that we don't need. So here in the interface class we can say flag allow flagging is false, and I had to change the inputs, the text must be in square brackets, and the same for the outputs. So after we save our application, we can test it. I will type my name, press submit, and you can see the output is hello Carsten. Next, we will extend our application to use ChatGPT and call it with the OpenAI API. Okay. We need to import OS to access the environment variable with the API key. Then we will import OpenAI. But it's not installed right now, so we have to install it via pip. So we will type pip install OpenAI. Wait a second. Now it's installed, and now we can import OpenAI. We will instantiate a client. OpenAI client is OpenAI dot client, and the API key we will get from os.environment OpenAI key. So the suggestion was already correct. Okay, now we have an OpenAI client object. We will now change our response. In the response, we will call the OpenAI chat completions. So we will get an answer from OpenAI client .chat.completions, and we will create a call. We will call GPT 3.5 Turbo, and we will send two messages. So first we will send a system message, and the system message says you are a helpful assistant. Then we will send a user message, and this is our message that we passed to the function. We created the object. We want to return the response. So the answer object contains choices and message, but this has to be called like this. Okay, so we will return answer, choices, message, content. And that's about it. So now I will save the application. I will start it with gradio demo.py. Reload the website, and now ChatGPT should answer. Perfect. So now we have a little chatbot web UI that uses ChatGPT.